announcing the arrival of the Honorable Minister of Higher Education Malaysia, Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Diraja Dr. Zamri Abdul Kadir, accompanied by Chairman of UMPSA Holdings and esteemed guests. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remain upstanding for the national anthem. Dipersilakan duduk. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Diraja Dr. Zamri Abdul Kadir, Minister of Higher Education Malaysia, Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Muhammad Nazir Tun Abdul Razak, Chairman ASEAN Business Advisory Council Malaysia, Chairman Pahang State Economic Advisory Council, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Profesor Dr. Azlinda binti Azman, Director General of Higher Education, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Dr. Haji Muhammad Zahari bin Ismail, Director General Polytechnic Education and Community College, Yang Berbahagia Profesor Datuk Technologist Dr. Yusri Zainuddin, Vice Chancellor Universiti Malaysia Pahang As-Sultan Abdullah, UMPSA, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Seri Dr. Salahuddin Ishaq, Chairman UMPSA Holdings, Yang Berusaha Tuan Said Alwi Muhammad Sultan, Group Chief Executive Officer UMPSA Holdings, Board of Directors UMPSA, Board of Directors of UMPSA Holdings, UMPSA Senate members, Vice Chancellors, Deputy Vice Chancellors, Deans, Academicians, Government Officers, Tan Sri, Puan Sri, Datuk Sri, Datin Sri, Datuk, Datin, revered speakers, distinguished guests, participants of ReTHINK 2024, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Very good morning, salam sejahtera. On behalf of the organizer, UMPSA Holdings, in association with University Malaysia Pahang, As-Sultan Abdullah, UMPSA, in collaboration with strategic partners, UMPSA Technology, UMPSA Consultancy, UMPSA Services, Simbayon, Malakoff, and Majlis Syarikat Indo IPTA Malaysia, MSIM, we are delighted to welcome all of you to the second conference on Rethinking the Future of Sustainability, ReTHINK 2024 official opening ceremony. صلوا على جميل الوجه وبدر التمام شفيع الخلق في يوم الزحام اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we begin this ceremony by inviting our guest reciter of the Holy Quran, Al-Fadil Ustadh Jalal Zaiki, who will be reciting from Surah Al-A'raf, verse 57 and 58. فيتفضل مشكورا.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وهو الذي يرسل الرياح بشرا بين يدي رحمته حتى إذا أقلت سحابا ثقالا سقناه لبلد ميت فأنزلنا به الماء فأخرجنا به من كل الثمرات كذلك نخرج الموتى لعلكم تذكرون والبلد الطيب يخرج نباته بإذن ربه والذي خبث لا يخرج إلا نكدا كذلك نصرف الآيات لقوم يشكرون صدق الله العظيم.
صدق الله العظيم. جزاكم الله خير الجزاء. To our guest reciter, Al-Fadil Ustadh Jalal. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the conference on Rethinking the Future of Sustainability is an annual conference that focuses on various critical issues concerning the subject matter of sustainability. This conference is now running on its second year, and the theme for this year is Emerging Trends in Smart Agriculture and plantations. We are pleased to invite you to watch a brief corporate video of the company behind this conference, UMPSA Holdings, the wholly owned subsidiary of UMPSA. Dipersilakan.
Welcome to UMPSA Holdings, the dynamic and innovative wholly owned subsidiary of University Malaysia Pahang, Sultan Abdullah, or UMPSA. At UMPSA Holdings, we are proud to lead the way in multiple business segments, setting new benchmarks in excellence and innovation. UMPSA Holdings excels in 4 main business segments: property management, integrated facilities management, training and consultancy, and technology commercialization and investments. Our flagship property is the UMPSA campus in Gambang. Spanning 115 acres, this campus is home to 6 faculties, serving over 5,000 students and 800 faculty members. At the core of UMPSA Holdings are our 3 key subsidiaries. UMPSA Services manages a comprehensive range of integrated facilities management services, ensuring seamless operations and maintenance. UMPSA Technology focuses on technology commercialization and advisory services, driving forward-thinking solutions. UMPSA Consultancy delivers expert training and consultancy services for industrial clients. At the same time, our expertise in wastewater treatment positions us as a hub for water testing and chemical solutions in the Eastern Corridor Economic Region of Malaysia. Our focus on commercialization of technology has enabled us to be a recognized leader in building information modeling, BEAM services, and in the order, sensory, and Agaru solutions. These initiatives underscore our dedication to sustainable innovation and technological advancement. UMPSA Holdings is not just about business, it's about making an impact. We are different because we make a difference. We are committed to being the leading R&D partner in a wide range of technology sectors, including automotive, agriculture, chemicals, oil and gas, water solutions, bioaromatic solutions, electronics, mechanical, and civil engineering. At UMPSA Holdings, we take pride in serving industries, communities, businesses, and the nation. We are UMPSA Holdings, sustainability through innovation.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is our pleasure to call upon the chairman of UMPSA Holdings, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Seri Dr. Salahuddin Ishak, to the stage to deliver the welcoming remarks. Dipersilakan, Datuk Seri.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi ajma'in. Yang berhormat Datuk Seri Diraja Dr. Zamri bin Abdul Kadir, Menteri Pengajian Tinggi Malaysia. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Muhammad Nazir bin Tun Abdul Razak, Pengurusi ASEAN Business Advisory Council dan Majlis Penasihat Ekonomi Negeri Pahang. Yang berbahagia Datuk Profesor Dr. Azlinda binti Azman, Ketua Pengarah Jabatan Pengajian Tinggi Malaysia. Yang berbahagia Datuk Dr. Haji Zahari bin Ismail, Ketua Pengarah Politeknik, Pengajian Politeknik dan College Community Malaysia. Yang berbahagia Profesor Datuk Dr. Yusri bin Zainuddin, Timbalan Naib Chancellor Universiti Malaysia Pahang. Yang berhormat Tuan Said Alwi bin Said Sultan, Group Chief Executive Officer UMPSA Holding, ahli-ahli lembaga pengarah UMPSA dan UMP Holding, Datuk Seri, Datuk-datuk, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan sekalian. Pertamanya saya ingin kita bersyukur kepada Allah SWT kerana majlis yang dicadangkan, yang diatur ini telah berjalan dengan baik sehingga pada hari ini. Dan bagi pihak penganjur, saya ingin merakamkan jutaan terima kasih dan penghargaan yang amat tinggi kepada Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Diraja Dr. Zamri bin Abdul Kadir sebagai special guest pada hari ini. Difahamkan Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Diraja baru saja sampai dari Johor atas dalam kesibukan urusan negara, masih lagi sempat bersama dengan kita pada pagi ini. Terima kasih banyak-banyak Yang Berhormat. Juga saya rasa tidak terlalu lewat untuk merakamkan tahniah kepada Datuk KP yang baru tak sampai seminggu dapat Datukship, dan bagi pihak UMP dan UMPH Holding kami amat berbangga. Datuk Seri, Datuk-Datuk, Tuan Seri, Datuk Seri, Datuk-Datuk dan puan-puan, kita juga hari ini bertuah kerana Tan Seri, Yang Bahagia Tan Seri Muhammad Nazir bin Tun Abdul Razak yang terkenal dengan keilmuannya dan kepakaran di dalam perniagaan dan sebagainya, tidak menguzurkan diri untuk bersama dengan kita pada pagi ini. Ini merupakan suatu honor kepada kami semua di dalam menjayakan program ini. Dan diharapkan program kita pagi ini akan berterusan sehingga ke tahun-tahun akan datang di dalam menggembling kepakaran di dalam bidang akademik, di kalangan ahli-ahli akademik, di dalam kemajuan negara, khususnya di dalam perindustrian dan perniagaan negara. Dan saya bagi pihak penganjur mengucapkan, merakamkan jutaan terima kasih kepada semua peserta dan juga kepada semua penyumbang di dalam menjalankan acara ini, dan semoga program kita pada hari ini akan berterusan dan akan memberikan manfaat kepada negara. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Datuk Seri. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are truly honored and privileged to have this morning a prominent figure who has driven and helmed international banks, hails from the state of Pahang, now being given the responsibility to chair ASEAN Business Advisory Council Malaysia and Pahang State Economic Advisory Council to deliver the much anticipated keynote. Let's put our hands together for Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Muhammad Nazir Tun Abdul Razak. Dengan segala hormatnya dipersilakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Diraja Dr. Zamri Abdul Kadir, Minister Higher Education. Minister, last time, if you remember, I briefed you as Foreign Minister. A week later, you were no longer Foreign Minister, so I hope it doesn't happen again today. Yang Berbahagia Datuk Profesor Dr. Azlinda binti Azman, Director General of Higher Education. Yang Berbahagia Datuk Dr. Haji Muhammad Zahari bin Ismail, Director General of Polytechnic Education and Community College. Yang Berbahagia Profesor Datuk Dr. Yusri Zainuddin, Vice Chancellor UMP. Yang Berbahagia Datuk Sri Salihuddin bin Ishak, Chairman UMPSA Holdings, Board of Directors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a privilege for me to be able to speak to you today about a topic of paramount importance and urgency to the future of our well-being. That is the future of sustainability, particularly in the agriculture and plantations industry. I'm told that is another event there. I'm not making anyone very angry. So sustainability is no longer a peripheral concern, but the very core of our collective well-being and progress. In rethinking the future of agriculture, we need to envision a transformative shift that will redefine how we produce, manage, and sustain our food systems in the coming decades. Sustainability, in its most fundamental sense, is about meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of the future generations to meet their own needs. The Quran mentions that mankind was created to be vicegerents on this earth, to take care of the resources as a trustee for future generations. As such, we have a collective responsibility in achieving sustainability, which means creating systems that are resilient, inclusive, and capable of enduring challenges over time. Our agriculture industry is at a pivotal moment. The world's population is expected to reach 9 billion by 2050, which means a dramatic rise in the demand for food. Simultaneously, we face unprecedented environmental challenges such as extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and shrinking ecosystems, and social inequalities and economic disparities are widening, exacerbating our challenges. So traditional agricultural practices are insufficient to address these challenges. We need a paradigm shift, and we must move beyond incremental changes to embrace technologies that will improve productivity and integrate sustainability into the fabric of our societies and economies. As we rethink the way forwards, I would like to just share with you some key pillars of a sustainable future, namely environmental stewardship, social equity, and economic viability. So the first pillar on environmental stewardship, this is the foundation of our collective future. Our actions today will determine the health of our planet for generations to come. And for a sustainable future, we must prioritize climate action, which is to accelerate efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and transition to renewable energy sources. This includes investing in clean energy technologies and enhancing energy efficiency. Resource management, which is about sustainable management of natural resources, optimizing water usage, reducing waste, and promoting circular economies where resources are reused and recycled. And biodiversity conservation, which is about protecting and restoring ecosystems, which are vital in maintaining biodiversity and ecosystem services. Efforts must be made to conserve critical habitats, address deforestation, and combat illegal wildlife trade. Collaborative synergies between governments, NGOs, and local communities are essential for successful conservation. On the second pillar, which is social equity, this is inherently linked to sustainability. This is where all individuals must have equitable access to resources, opportunities, and high quality of life. The two key areas to focus on are equitable development, ensuring economic development benefits all segments of society, and community empowerment, to ensure that communities foster resilience and ensure that solutions are contextually appropriate given in different cultural settings. The third pillar is about economic viability. And here we need operating systems that support long-term growth while minimizing negative environmental and social impacts. And the key strategies include green innovation, investing in green technologies and sustainable business practices, sustainable finance. Financial systems must integrate ESG into investment decisions. Financial institutions play a critical role directing capital towards sustainable projects, such as green bonds and sustainable investment funds. Collaboration and partnership is important. This is where solutions require complex and multifaceted action. Governments, businesses, academia, and civil society must work closely together. and cross-sectoral partnerships can leverage diverse expertise, resources, and perspectives. And finally, policy and governance. Effective policy and governance frameworks are essential for guiding and implementing sustainability efforts. The government must set ambitious targets, create supportive incentives and regulations, and ensure accountability. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as was mentioned earlier, I now chair the Pahang State Economic Advisory Council, or MPEN in short. So we are responsible for providing general advice, but specifically to develop a master plan for the state of Pahang. This is a master plan for 2030, so we are calling it PET 30, which is Pahang Economic Transformation 2030. And of course, sustainable agriculture will be a crucial component of the Pahang State Master Plan. Pahang has approximately 1.5 million hectares of agricultural land, representing about 31% of the state's total land area. This is a comparative advantage for Pahang, and Pahang can be a key contributor to national food security. So PET 30 will prominently feature those key pillars that I mentioned earlier. But I will also like to highlight that we will add a few additional dimensions that I think are very important. Firstly, we will think about how to create the right platforms for innovation. And in this regard, I would like to compliment UMP for the platform it has provided for its students and for its academics to try to commercialize their ideas or their inventions. As an investor, I have an investment business. I have invested in OSI, which is a very famous R&D platform in the UK. It stands for Oxford Science and Innovation. So at Oxford, there is this very large innovation center where literally PhD students and academics can go there, bring their ideas, bring their inventions, and then the university and investors provide the support systems, the finance officers, the HR staff, to help these very intelligent people develop their ideas into something, to help them commercialize. So since we have the distinguished leadership of the ministry here, I would highly recommend that this becomes something mandatory for all our educational establishments. Yeah, in order for us to progress, we need innovation. For innovative people, inventors, they often are not so good at the basics of business. Yeah, so we need to bring these two together. And if you look at Oxford Science and Innovation, the investors there include Temasek, GIC, and so on from across the world. And it's been extremely successful. And you know, I think today we will see a good product of the UMP Holdings, which is the partnership between their Agawood R&D as well as with the Philippine-based IBA Botanicals. I came across this a few months ago in my role as chairman of ASEAN BAC, and I was extremely pleased to be invited to witness a signing ceremony between a Malaysian company and a Philippines company. And of course, I was doubly pleased when I stood on stage and discovered that the company was from Pahang, my home state. So I understand from the Philippines partners that this business, this innovation has really enormous potential to support the fragrance industry worldwide. So I hope, I wish UMP all the best in this, and let me know if you need an investor as well in this product. Now, I would also like to add that if we want our smart people to commercialize, to try and commercialize, to invent, etc., we also must encourage risk-taking. And how do you encourage risk-taking? One is you provide the platform to make it administratively easily for them to do. Two is you actually provide some form of downside protection. Yeah. What I mean here is that, they should not have to risk the entire future on their business. We must think about how to provide some support so that if their venture goes wrong, it's not the end of the world. Yeah. So we must figure that out. That means, yes, we want them to put some of their own risk capital in it, but no, we don't want them to forsake the entire future if their venture goes wrong. And related to that is that as a culture, Malaysia must do better at accepting failure. Yeah, Malaysia doesn't do well in accepting failure. Kita kadang-kadang, you remember the term when someone said, "Oh, dia dulu bankrupt." It's as if, it's a crime. It's not a crime to be bankrupt. If you undertake a business and it fails, you may be bankrupt for a while. But you come back. I remember as a banker, I used to have this quarrel with my risk people when they said, "Oh, we cannot support this business because the guy used to be a bankrupt." Well, I said, well, he's not bankrupt anymore. And secondly, maybe the bankruptcy has taught him very important lessons. So he can try again. He won't make those same mistakes. Yeah, so let's not be so punitive to failure. Relatedly, I also want to add a final big point, which is this. As a culture, we must also be more willing to learn from failure. Yeah, for things that are less successful. Under Prime Minister Abdullah Badawi, we had this new agenda to make agriculture a leading pillar of our economy. Under the master plan, under the 9th Malaysia plan, we set aside 11.4 billion ringgit for agriculture. Under Khazanah, we put 3 billion ringgit under this company called Malaysia Agriculture Food Corporation, or MAFC. And the truth is, this whole agenda didn't go so well. Yeah. And today, we pretend as if it didn't happen, but it did. We lost money. Is it a crime? No. It was a brilliant idea. Execution wasn't so good. But today, if we set it aside and say, "Oh, this is not something we talk about because it didn't do well," that is a big mistake. What we need to do is deep dive and say, okay, why did MAFC not do so well? What was it about the execution of this agriculture plan that wasn't so good? Then we learn. When you learn from mistakes, right, hopefully you don't repeat them and you do better next time. So one thing I would encourage is not just to accept failure, but also to learn from failure. That's how we become stronger, as a business, as a nation. Accept that things go wrong. And I worry sometimes about government companies today, where I always say that a good business person is someone who, in total sum, has done well, right? That means he's made a lot of money. He probably lost some money. Net, he still did well. That is a good business person. But if we say, we only accept you or we only applaud you if you only make money, then we have a problem. Because if you don't accept some losses, then you will never take enough risk. And this is a mindset shift that I would urge us to have as a nation. And I have said it in other platforms before. Today, government companies are too risk averse. Nobody wants to take risks because you make one mistake, you get sacked. If you make lots of money, thank you. But if you lose a little bit of money, I shoot you. We cannot have that culture. We must have a culture where people can be brave and bold. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are just some thoughts I'd like to share with you on this whole topic of how to rethink our agriculture, how to build a new, more productive agriculture sector for Malaysia. So let's integrate some of those key pillars. Let's think about environmental stewardship, social equity, and economic viability, but also be willing, encourage risk-taking, and also encourage people to learn from past mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Thank you, Tan Sri. Thank you for your enlightening keynote address. There are many pearls of wisdom in that keynote address, which surely the organizer will pick up and publish in their conference proceedings. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the ReTHINK conference, the ReTHINK 2024 conference, has identified emerging trends in smart agriculture and plantations industry as the theme of the conference for this year. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we wish to bring your attention to the wide screen before you for a video montage of the conference theme. Dipersilakan.
As our global population surges, the pressure on our natural resources intensifies. Farmers face mounting challenges, dwindling water supplies, nutrient-depleted soil, and climate change. Smart agriculture technologies are emerging as the solution to these critical issues. From precision farming to AI-driven analytics, these innovations optimize resource use and boost crop yields. Introducing the second conference on rethinking the future of sustainability, ReTHINK 2024. This conference unites the brightest minds and practitioners to tackle these challenges head-on. Together, we calibrate emerging trends and explore groundbreaking strategies and forge partnerships to drive progress in smart agriculture and plantations. ReTHINK is a platform that brings together leading industrial captains and academic thought leaders to deliberate on current issues on sustainability. ReTHINK is organized by UMPSA Holdings, a wholly owned subsidiary of University Malaysia Pahang, Sultan Abdullah. Join us in revolutionizing the agriculture and plantations industry to ensure a sustainable future for generations to come.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us bring our hands together to listen to the highlight of this morning, the ministerial address by the Honourable Minister, Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Diraja Dr. Zamri Abdul Kadir. Dengan segala hormat dan takzimnya, dipersilakan YB.
Terima kasih pengacara majlis. Saya bagi tahu dengan visi tadi bahawa saya kenal pengacara majlis. Dia terkejut, saya kata, macam mana you kenal dia? Saya kata, saya kenal lah dia. Anyway, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin, wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Yang bahagia Tan Sri Muhammad Nazir, Tuan Abdul Razak, yang bahagia Profesor Dato' Dr. Azlinda Azman, Ketua KSU lah, Ketua Pengarah Pengajian Tinggi Dr. Haji Zahari, khususnya Profesor Dr. Yusri, Naib Chancellor, Dato' Sri Dr. Salahuddin, pengurusi UMPSA Holding, saudara Tuan Said, selaku CEO, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang saya hormati sekalian. Izinkan saya terlebih dahulu untuk menyampaikan ucapan ini bagi mengucapkan tahniah kepada Universiti Malaysia Pahang Sultan Ahmad Shah Holding yang berjaya mengadakan program yang penting ini, dan dalam program yang dianjurkan ini juga dapat membawa para inovator, pembuat dasar, pemikir dan pemimpin-pemimpin masa hadapan bagi membincangkan dan memikirkan semula tentang pendekatan bagaimana kita hendak menghadapi isu yang besar di hadapan kita, iaitu kemampanan global yang kita hadapi pada hari ini. Saya juga ucapkan terima kasih kepada Tan Sri Muhammad Nazir yang datang. It's not easy to get him here. Right after this, I was told he will be rushing to certain countries. I don't have to name the country, otherwise some people will go after him. Thank you very much for this opportunity as we stand at a critical juncture in our global journey. Universities are uniquely positioned to lead the way in addressing the pressing challenges facing our world. First and foremost, university must be at the forefront of research and innovation. As rightly mentioned by Tan Sri just now, if you want to move forward, innovation is one of the key ingredients that we have to explore. There are the incubators of ideas and crucibles where theoretical knowledge meets practical application. Our institutions of higher learning are not only centers of academic excellence, but also engines driving forward the frontiers of knowledge. Through rigorous research, universities generate new insight and develop cutting-edge technologies that can revolutionize industries and reshape societies. Universities are not just educational institutions. As I always mention, universities are the brains of the nations, intellectual powerhouses that generate ideas, solutions, future leaders. In the context of sustainability, universities have an even more profound role to play. They must serve a catalyst for transformative innovation, shaping the sustainable development of our country and the world. Let us begin by reflecting on the phrase which the Prime Minister always quoted, yaitu menggapai langit, mengakar ke bumi, which translate to reaching for the sky, yet deeply rooted in the earth. This phrase perfectly encapsulates the mission of our universities. While they pursue knowledge at the highest levels, pushing the boundaries of innovation and discoveries, they must also remain grounded in the local context, addressing the real-world challenges of communities and nations. And in today's world, they call the local wisdom and local genius. You are the local genius here. You have so many things actually to introduce to the world. As such, I call our Ministry of Higher Education to bring all scholars, thinkers, innovators, and researchers alike to come along to showcase our products in the upcoming program called the Festival of Ideas. Inshallah, we are going to realize the dream together. Universities are often called the brain of the nation because they are the hub where critical thinking, problem solving, and innovation flourish. In a modern context, university must go beyond the traditional role of knowledge dissemination and move toward knowledge creation, applications, and commercialization. Malaysia's higher education system has embraced this responsibility. We are proud to see that our universities are making notable strides in research and innovation. Malaysian universities have produced over 22,000 research publications. 22,000, yeah, research publications with a significant portion focused on fields crucial for sustainability, such as renewable energy, environmental conservation, and green technology. University Malaya, for example, and University Science are among the top contributors to research in these areas, ranking consistently high in global sustainability indexes. The commitment of our universities to research and development is reflected in Malaysia's position as the 33rd most innovative economy in the world according to the Global Innovation Index in 2022. This achievement is not just a statistics. It signifies the potentials and capability of our higher education system to contribute meaningfully to national and global challenges, especially those linked to sustainability. In the realm of innovation, UMPSA has played a pioneering role by spearheading research in areas such as sustainable energy and clean technology. UMPSA has demonstrated its dedication to sustainable development, providing real solutions to issues faced by industries and communities alike. Tanya, yeah, I hope you must move on with more innovative ideas to come out, particularly in the area that you are good in. Ladies and gentlemen, the phrase, as I mentioned just now, menggapai di langit, mengakar ke bumi, capture the essence of what our university should aim for, to aspire for the highest form of intellectual achievement while ensuring that their innovations are grounded in the need of society. In this regard, Malaysia's university have made significant progress. For example, University Technology Malaysia has developed cutting-edge solar photovoltaic technologies which have enhanced the efficiencies of solar panels used in renewable energy projects. This innovation supports Malaysia's goals to generate 20% of its electricity from renewable sources by 2025, aligning with our commitment to the Paris Agreement on climate action. At the same time, UTM also preparing AI faculty for the next new intake. Universities like University Putra Malaysia are focusing on precision agriculture, combining traditional knowledge with modern technology to optimize farming practices. This includes the use of AI-powered drones to monitor crops and ensure more sustainable agriculture practices, reducing the needs for excessive water and fertilizers use. This innovation directly contributes to SDG. Indeed, this is what I mentioned to our UPM's members and academics to relook and to review their university standing as well as their core business. I say that because if you reflect of what UPM is for, this is actually meant for creating the most innovative university in the field of agriculture. However, after some time, maybe probably because of the need of the nation at that particular point, we call then the government or the university reviewed their positions in the midst of the current challenges probably. But now, as people start talking about food security, for example, to me, I feel that this is very important for UPM to relook into their programs as well as to reclaim their past glory in the field of agriculture. Jadi saya harap UPM yang ada di sini, orang Perak kata pikir-pikir lah, koma. Ada 2-3 orang Perak. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, as we look towards the future, universities have an increasingly crucial role in achieving the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs. Whether through SDGs 4, quality education, SDG 7, affordable and clean energy, and SDG 13 is climate action. The involvement of universities is indispensable in realizing these global targets. Malaysian universities have not only recognized the SDGs but have integrated them into their core missions. UMPSA is particularly focused on contributing to SDG 7, that is, affordable and clean energy. With its cutting-edge research on renewable energy, through collaboration with industries and government bodies, UMPSA is developing sustainable energy technologies that can be deployed both locally and internationally. In 2023, the Malaysian government allocated over RM 1.7 billion ringgit for university research, with a significant portion dedicated to areas related to sustainable development. This financial commitment underlines the importance we place on R&D to drive transformative innovation and meet our SDG commitment. This is, to me, the amounts allocated for research and innovation is still at the, I would say, in the formative level, in which we need to have more probably. I just came back from Switzerland yesterday, last day, 2 days ago, yeah. This is quite interesting to see how much the country allocated for R&D under the National Science Foundation. You guess how much it is spent and allocated annually for the country as well as for the universities. They have allocated every year not less than 1 billion Swiss franc, which is equivalent to 5.3 billion ringgit. I hope we'll be able to do that. It's not an uphill battle for us to get that amount. With the support of people around, especially from the university, if we can use this opportunity to create a more innovative approach to the country, and also to develop the new technology and as well as the new economy, as what we have been pursuing over the numbers of years. Well, while universities serve as the nation's brain, it is essential that they work closely with industry to ensure that research is translated into practical application. In Malaysia, there are numerous examples of successful university-industry collaborations aimed at driving sustainable development. For instance, University Malaya partnership with Tenaga Nasional Berhad, Malaysia's largest utility company, has resulted in the commercialization of innovative energy-efficient technologies. This collaboration directly contribute to reducing Malaysia's greenhouse gas emissions and advancing our goals under SDG. Another example is UMPSA's collaboration with various industry partners in developing sustainable manufacturing technologies. These innovations not only reduce industrial waste but also increase energy efficiency, helping Malaysia's industries transition towards a low-carbon economy. By fostering strong ties with industries, universities like UMPSA are ensuring that their research is not confined to their academic realm, but is translated into real-world solutions that benefit the economy, the environment, and society. I whisper to our KP just now. It's about the program that you have been organizing since last year. I'm not sure how many years already you have been, organizing this program. The way I see this program, this is quite critical for us. Yeah, this can be your niche program that you can pursue for the coming years. And it's very important for us to make sure that when you talk about UMPSA, they will think, not only rethink, they think about UMPSA as a university that promotes the SDG agenda. This is very important because that university, every university, must have your niche area. We have been promoting these ideas because we are now talking about internationalizing our university, such as having a conference like this. If you can have this, bringing people from different parts of the world, like recently, one of the universities also organizing similar program. Your members, they call it under the Amtun University, UNIMAP organized also very good programs where the attendees coming from a different part of the world, about 400 or 500 of them, joining together, discussing their specific area. So as such, I believe that your universities also can achieve the same missions and targets. Well, so, ladies and gentlemen, as we gather here today to rethink the future of sustainability, we must remember that the role of university extends far beyond the academic walls. They are the brain of the nation, responsible for driving transformative innovation and ensuring that Malaysia remains competitive, resilient, and sustainable in an increasingly uncertain world. The phrase, as I alluded just now, mengkapai langit mengakar ke bumi, remind us that while we must aim high in our aspirations, we must remain grounded in the need of our people, our environment, and our future generations. I urge all of you, academics, researchers, industries, leaders, and students, to continue working together in this noble pursuit. Universities like UMPSA are already leading the way, but our collective efforts are essentials if we are to achieve a sustainable, inclusive, and a prosperous Malaysia. Let us harness the full potential of our universities to rethink the future of sustainability and build a Malaysia that is not only prepared for the challenges ahead, but is also a global leader in sustainable development. With that, I conclude my speech. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Yang Berhormat, for your constructive ideas. May we ask the Honourable Minister to remain on stage for the next agenda. And now we wish to invite Tuan Syed Alwi to accompany the guest of honour and distinguished guests to join the Honourable Minister onto the stage. Dipersilakan. Ladies and gentlemen, our next event is the launching of research innovation of University Malaysia Pahang, Sultan Abdullah. The product is known as Odino, an inoculant for the agar wood plantation that accelerates the production of the miraculous scent of oud. We invite the Honourable Minister to place your palm onto the launch pad. Dipersilakan, YB. We are delighted to invite Yang Berbahagia Professor Saiful Nizam Tajuddin, the inventor behind the Odino, to the stage to present the product to the Honourable Minister and Guest of Honour. Dipersilakan. Congratulations to Professor Saiful. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. Professor Saiful, please kindly remain on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, our next agenda is the exchange of a memorandum of agreement between Simbayon Sendirian Berhad, a subsidiary of UMPSA Holdings, and United Agarwood Plantation and Agriculture Plantation Company based in the Philippines. For that, we would like to invite Mr. Benjamin Mead, the CEO of UAP, to the stage. And we wish to invite to one side Ali, Group CEO of UMPSA Holdings, who is also the chairman of Symbion, to exchange the MOA with Mr. Ben Mead. Witnessed by the Honorable Minister and the Guest of Honor. This collaboration between Symbion and UAP is for the supply of Udino and the joint development of the agar-wood industry in the Philippines. Kudos to UMPSA and UMPSA Holdings for this momentous occasion. And we wish to invite all for a photo op. This MOA denotes that an invention from the laboratories of UMPSA has scaled into an export-driven commercial product. May this collaboration continue to flourish with mutual benefits at its core. Thank you. Thank you to our distinguished guest. Thank you, Professor. Ladies and gentlemen, we now wish to invite the Honorable Minister of Higher Education to present a memento to our guest of honor, Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Nazir Razak. Thank you, Tan Sri. And we would like to thank Honorable Minister for officiating this conference. May we invite Honorable Minister and Tan Sri for a group photo. We wish to invite Honorable Minister and Tan Sri for a group photo op with all participants. Dipersilakan. Participants, can you come forward for a group photo op? Kita jemput semua participants ke depan untuk grup foto op bersama Yang Berhormat Menteri. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we have come to the end of the ceremony. نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك وبالله التوفيق والهداية والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. We now wish to invite the chairman together with Group CEO to accompany Honorable Minister and the guest of honor to pave the way to visit the booth, followed by light refreshments. Dipersilakan. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the time is 10:18. We will take a short breather, refreshments until 10:30. The first forum session will start at 10:30. So ladies and gentlemen, help yourself to some coffee or tea and make sure to be in the hall by 10:30. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.